The Philippines dispatched fighters to fly over hundreds of Chinese fishing boats at the Badao Rock. Philippine Defense Minister Delfin Lorenzana confirmed that the country's warplanes and military aircraft will monitor the Chinese group of ships in the Three-Head Stone daily. The Philippine ambassador to China had previously called on Manila to be vigilant. The Philippine Navy and Coast Guard will increase their presence, conduct patrols to protect sovereignty and fishermen in the West Philippine Sea, the Philippine newspaper Philstar quoted Mr. Lorenzana emphasized on March 27. The west coast of the Philippines is what Manila calls the South China Sea. The Badao Stone of the Spratly Islands of Vietnam is becoming the focus of attention in the Philippines, after the media published the image of hundreds of Chinese fishing boats anchored. According to Filipino media, more than 200 Chinese fishing vessels were anchored horizontally at Badao Stone, but there was no sign of fishing. In the photos taken earlier this week, there are still dozens of Chinese fishing boats anchored at Badao Rock. In a statement on March 27, the Philippine Defense Minister confirmed that there was currently a naval ship and a Coast Guard ship closely monitoring the Chinese group. "We maintain our stance and urge Beijing to withdraw the ship immediately," Mr. Lorenzana stressed. Minister Lorenzana also announced that the Philippines would send Air Force jets to the Badao Rock every day to monitor Chinese fishing vessels, but did not disclose details. The Reuters news agency then revealed that these were light fighters, and that they would fly over hundreds of Chinese fishing ships. According to the Philippine Inquirer newspaper, during a recent meeting with Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte, Chinese Ambassador Huang Xilian explained that these fishing vessels were pointing to shelter due to bad weather. However, according to observers, there have been no storms or big waves recently in Truongsa, and Chinese ships began anchoring at Badao Rock since March last year. Philippine Ambassador to China Jose Sta Romano was wary of her Chinese counterpart's explanation. In a statement on March 27, he urged the Manila government to closely monitor all movements of Chinese ships in the Badao Rock, checking if it was only a temporary shelter or not. On March 25, the Philippine Defense Ministry deployed more warships to patrol the South China Sea, amid concerns that the Badao Rock is becoming Scarborough 2.0 shoal. According to Inquirer, the ambassadors of France, Canada, Australia, and the European Union in the Philippines have voiced concerns about China's move in the South China Sea.